But yeah, a couple things I want to tell you. If you forgot your strawberry form today, I'd love to have it today. If there's a way that you can get that to me, please. They were due on Friday, so I need to get that order together to get to Florida Farm Bureau.
Strawberries?
They do. Yeah. They come from the same place we get our citrus from. They're just, they're ripe in a different season, so we can't sell them all together.
Well, you can. I have my form, just not my money.
I have at least have your form. That'd be cool. Yeah. So then I can tally the order up. Yeah. So those were today. Hopefully you guys all did that survey that I sent out on Friday. That was like to take your attendance. I tried to send out quite a few reminders so you didn't forget to take it.
I did.
But you did take it?
Me too.
Or you did forget to take it?
Did you forget? No, I didn't.
But it was a super, I hope you guys thought it was kind of a fun survey. That is for an event down the road that we talked about last week. So that'll be fun when it comes back around in its full circle for you.
Was it on Classroom?
Yes. And I sent it to remind me. Also, public speaking is tomorrow, so which stage left? She'll be competing in the sub-district contest.
Break a leg.
She already done
Yeah,
that.
You know what I mean.
And your January AET entries need to be done by tomorrow.
Oh,
So if I'm not done those yet, make sure that you do. Gonna pull those sometime after tomorrow. I'm not gonna say that I'll pull them tomorrow because, like, who knows really when I'll pull them, but also after, it is going to be anytime after tomorrow. So if you wait until after tomorrow, you're gambling with yourself on if you get it before I grade it or not. So you can journal in just as long as you can filter a perfect Insta post. So you can do it. This is me sliding the bar on like the brightness. So make sure you do those. Other than that, this week and next week is going to be super exciting. So we're going to be out in the shop doing floral stuff pretty much every day. The carnation sale comes to a peak this week. So those flowers are going to be delivered on Friday by my study hall. But you guys and my third period class are going to be the ones processing all the carnations. So basically they're going to get picked up hopefully tomorrow. They'll be here Wednesday, so we'll cut all of them down. We'll kind of go through how you process a fresh cut, like a frozen flower, to make it open up. You guys will make all the bouquets, so that'll be real fun. And then also sometime in there, we will have a flower dyeing day, where you guys are going to learn how to change flower colors. We're going to have a boutonniere day, where you guys are going to make boutonnieres, and then you'll get to all wear them around school all day.
So
it feels so special.
Oh man, I kind of was sad. Sorry, I just seen your born as a national anthem.
Oh man. And then one day we're also going to have a bouquet or an arrangement contest. So that'll be really fun too. So all good things coming down our way flower-wise. And by the time we're done with flowers, it should be FFA week. Also note for you to know, this week, this Friday after school, we have a chapter meeting.
Well, good thing I didn't plan to talk
Friday
after school.
after school, chapter meeting. Wear your FFA shirts. Be good to go.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're gonna miss that because
If you're not bowling, it's fine.
so we're not gonna. It's not gonna
You
get
guys
counted
will
as
be
like in our grade or
It'll
whatever.
be expensive.
Okay, where are you going?
We have bowling.
I thought it was over.
No, we have
Sectional.
yeah.
Oh.
Frick
What's
is
that? Yeah,
on the small days.
well, good luck to you guys.
Yeah, if you're not at school, you're on stuff that goes for expensive. But that's this Friday. You can still get a snack.
Oh,
We get IHOP and pizza and stuff.
but you're missing
Wow.
like the best time ever, so shut up.
I don't
Hopefully they didn't get any carnies.
pies are pretty good.
I guess your secret lover will be very disappointed you didn't get your carnation.
Yeah, they'll be waiting in the hallway to pine after you realize.
I'll
After they're
leave.
like, oh my gosh, I have a crush. And they'll be like, yeah. And then they'll be like waiting outside your period door. And be like, oh my gosh, it was for me. And you'll never come to it.
The classmate will be like, where's Malia? I love you. I'll be like, well,
No.
she doesn't like you.
We're staying a little bit.
No.
Rihanna.
Okay. So today, I want to tell you guys, so I want to finish kind of talking about our flower stuff, so that we can play this coming week. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, so tell me what we've learned about so far in floral design. What are the 4 most popular flowers?
Roses, carnations, roses, earbia,
Daisies and
chrysanthemums.
chrysanthemums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Who was the first to do it?
Chinese. They're
Chinese were the first one to be like, wow, pretty.
3 styles.
What are the 3 styles?
Oriental, traditional, modern/Western.
Yeah.
Modern.
Oriental, which is very linear, traditional or Western, which is like everything's bigger in Texas, right? So it's big and bulky and full. Modern is like it's same as Fight Club. The only rules, there are no rules. And don't talk about Fight Club. So what are the different components of design that we kind of talked about last week and on Friday? Somebody fill me in on those. Fight Club.
I've seen it, but I don't remember it.
Also, I've never seen the movie, but it's like I feel like that's one of the most quoted movie lines ever. So, yeah. What did we talk about design-wise?
Big flower.
Ballot.
What?
Like a big flower in the middle, you make stuff pop.
Yeah, like a focal point.
Like accent flower.
Yeah. So where's your focal point? What are some other keywords that we talked about with that?
No idea.
I didn't have my book, so I didn't write it.
Emphasis
Emphasis. What's emphasis?
on the central portion.
The central portion. So kind of like what Drew was talking about with the focal point.
Like you use certain colors to make it look like a shape.
Okay. So different colors to make it flow. Yeah, we talked about that with the with balance and with let's see, what can we talk about that? Rhythm, right? Where we talked about the different colors and kind of like the ink blots, and if you squint, do you see the cow or the person, right? How many of you actually watched the video from Friday's class?
I thought I wanted to serve it. I know.
I don't know why.
So I went on.
I didn't hear you say the word.
She did it.
She didn't say the.
asked because she cut it
You
off.
didn't say the word in the video.
Yeah, I know.
I texted her too.
I literally put it, I said, you never said the word. And then I sent it to her.
Well, Megan texted me and asked me. I was like, she said she had it in the video, and then I watched.
So
the
basically
video.
what you're saying is maybe we need today and tomorrow because nobody got on and learned about what we did on Friday.
I did.
Other
I did.
than 4 of you.
I
I'm pretty
did
sure
it.
like these stages.
5 of you.
I thought.
I don't know, I watched the video.
Oh, we didn't say
I just
portion,
wanted the
did we?
word.
The last place that I have in the book is right there on the first page still.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you realize that might take a day of fun off because now we have to have maybe 2 more days of doing this.
Oh wait, that's
Because
right.
none of you know what we're doing. Huh? It's not cool.
Oh, like,
There, I did.
Or you guys all get on tonight and watch the video.
do that.
And when you come in tomorrow, I'll ask you questions about that video and every one of you can answer those questions.
Yes. Yeah, if I remember.
Okay?
Not like the plan if I remember. Yes.
I don't know why.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about what we are going to talk about today. Tomorrow, if you guys come in and can't tell me about the stuff that we talked about on Friday, then we're gonna spend another day having to do this, and your days of fun will be delayed.
No, seriously tell you everything fresh off my memory about that.
Okay, that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
We already. I think we already did that.
So we are gonna talk about types of arrangements today. Different ways that you can actually arrange, and ways that you use those elements of design that we talked about on Friday. So the first type of arrangement that you can have is a bouquet. A bouquet is what? Who knows? Drew,
A bunch of flowers.
a bunch of flowers. Why'd you go like this?
Because you hold them, the other eye holds them like that. Well, not like out, but like.
Oh, please tell me I can walk down the aisle like that.
Well, Drew just told me I had to.
I
so
can
when the day
honestly see
comes,
her.
You just make it as awkward as possible.
Yeah, my students.
She would. She would do
Yes.
that.
so a bouquet is usually something that is handheld, right? It's usually something that is carried by. There's some schools, I don't know if you guys have seen this on like social media, but in Southern Ohio, that'll give like a bouquet of flowers for prom instead of like a corsage. So the girls have like these big like flowing bouquets with their dresses. It's pretty, but also I feel like it's like a lot more expensive. But usually they're handheld. Usually they're held by like a bride or by bridesmaids or something in that situation. So again, talking about for bouquets, roses are the most popular. Bouquets can also be in a vase, right? So you can have a bouquet that does sit in a vase. Usually it's just going to have like longer stems because it could also be held. Does that make sense? So this is a bouquet, pretty. Usually has ribbon or something around the bottom. Usually is kind of a 360 experience, right? Depending on what the situation is for. So usually no matter which way you hold it, it's going to be pretty. Sometimes now with brides bouquets, they'll put like foliage in the back, and that is the side that you have to like hold towards your belly, right? So that everything else is like visible. So it just kind of depends on the style, but yeah. Also can have centerpieces, right? So we kind of talked about this the other day. Is if you have a centerpiece, it needs to be proportionate to the table. So usually your centerpieces are either going to be low, right, where you can see over them and see the person beyond you, or they're going to be really tall to the point where you can kind of see through them, and then the flowers are like up here. Okay. So centerpieces are basically just a normal flower arrangement placed on tables for any type of event, for a dinner, for anything usually a little bit formal. Maybe you have a centerpiece at your house that's not like live flowers, but you just have it as a table decoration, right? You can use different types of props in a centerpiece, right? Like the cornucopia. You guys know what that is at like Thanksgiving? The big like horn-looking basket thing. You can intertwine different things into a centerpiece to give it kind of a theme. So I've seen like flower challenges where they'll, if it's actually my parents used to run the arts and crafts building at the Hartford Fair, so they'd have like different themes of centerpieces, and they'd have like a Halloween one, and people would put little like plastic spiders going across it, or like different things like that to really get a theme across. So this could obviously be a super glamorous centerpiece. That's one that's probably going to be a little bit fancier. But again, you guys can see the colors, so this is probably going to be more in the fall because it is reds and oranges and yellows in a brown vase. So it kind of gives off more of a fall theme. But that would be an example of a centerpiece. So we have bouquets so far and centerpieces. Floral baskets are usually a way that you can give as a gift. So how many of you have ever had a parent or somebody receive a basket of flowers? Like it comes in a little basket.
I think.
No.
Like it's an arrangement, but it comes in. Oh my gosh, they're super common.
I might have gotten flowers.
Like a basket,
I've never seen someone
Yeah.
with it.
where it's like an arrangement. My mom used to get these all the time. So actually, we'll meet your grandma. Will you hit one of the lights for me so this is a little easier to see? So this is one of my favorite color combinations. I think the red roses and the sunflowers are really pretty together. But that's got kind of a fall feel too. But you guys can see like the balance and color kind of loops around there. But a basket is usually a more casual type of way to give a gift as opposed to a bouquet. And a lot of the times they have like a watery foam inside that's used, and we'll use that in our arrangements. But it's used to keep all the flowers in place and also to keep them wet. Usually you don't really have to water baskets. A wreath obviously is usually used to decorate, so it's usually used on doors. A lot of the times we think of Christmas, right, when we think of a wreath. Doesn't necessarily have to be for Christmas though, you can have spring ones. They can be given as an honor, right? How many of you, do you guys get to go to DC?
Yeah.
You guys get to go to the laying of the wreath?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sage did it, I think.
Did you get to lay it? That's awesome. So wreaths at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, wreaths at other funerals and stuff, they're really common. So it kind of depends on your situation. So obviously this could be a Christmas wreath, have some lights intertwined into it, some berries. This could be a spring leaf where it's just like a lot of eucalyptus, lamb's ear, and like greenery, right? So both of those could be. You what?
The little white flowers.
No, eucalyptus
No.
is like the big
The
green
one with the
leaves
white flower that you said you used to like fill in space or whatnot. What is it called?
and baby's breath.
Yeah, it's that.
Yep. So those are kind of our basic types of arrangements are bouquets, okay, and those could be in a vase or handheld. Centerpieces where they're meant to be decorative. Baskets, which are really common, like I said, to give a gift, and wreaths. Or you could add a lot of flowers to that to don it for a funeral and put it on like a stand. So again, going back to basic designs of arrangements is basically the same as our types of design. So line is really that oriental. So maybe you've got like a bare branch, a bare stem, something like that. Mass just means that it's really full. There's a lot of flowers. Okay, there's a lot of substance to it. It's big, right? Again, that is kind of like your traditional or your Western, right? And then line mass is kind of just another way to say that modern or that no rules, because it's a combination of the two, whatever you're really feeling for it. Is that cool? Okay. Okay, this is what's really fun, I think, is the meanings of different colors of flowers. Did you guys know that different flower colors have different meanings?
No.
So you give different colors depending on what it is that you're wanting to convey.
I feel like
Sometimes.
red is love.
Yeah.
Pink is like
Friendship.
Valentine love, friendship. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Valentine.
Valentine love.
White seems like purity.
Okay. So roses and carnations are usually the primary flowers that when we say like these colors have a meaning, those are the ones that we're talking about because they come in a variety of flowers. Sunflowers is kind of hard to say like this color of sunflower has a different meaning, right? Because they're all yellow. But when we talk about them, you guys hit a lot of them on the head. Red is the universal symbol of romantic love, right? So like, ooh. Okay, romantic love. Yellow is the universal color of friendship. So yellow roses are personally my favorite. Well, they're my favorite like common flower. I have a couple other flowers that I like that are kind of common. But they symbolize friendship. So if you're low-key like somebody's like, oh my gosh, I like you a lot, and you're like, yeah, here's some yellow roses because you're a good friend. No, friend zone. Right. Granted, that would probably only work with ag students because everybody else would be like, oh, they got me flowers. You'd be like, no, they're yellow, maybe friends, not more. Okay.
So you just call them bro.
Yeah.
Apparently that friend zone, so I didn't know that.
Megan, you call everybody close.
The yellow is friendship.
Dude.
So if you have an ag friend that you want a friend zone, that could work. Otherwise, maybe they give mixed signals. White is purity and chastity, so that's why a lot of times like white roses are used at weddings because that's the same reason that girls wear white dresses, right? It's supposed to symbolize the same thing. White is also a symbol of, not as much in the wedding industry, but it's also a sign of sympathy or like mourning. So a lot of times white roses are also sent to funeral homes and stuff like that because they can be sympathy as well. Orange means enthusiasm, so like, here's orange and yellow flowers because I'm really excited to just be your friend.
That one's here.
Hot pink can be gratitude and appreciativeness, so maybe that's like if you're sending flowers of thanks, and you're just like, hey, I really appreciated your help with this, and you want to send somebody a bouquet. I feel like sending flowers is kind of becoming an old school thing. I don't feel like as many
Well, I would love that though.
Yeah.
people do it. Yeah.
Why do that one? You just send a flower emoji.
Oh.
Wow, come
All
on.
right, so
I can't.
I was gonna make a joke about that, but then I made a joke about somebody's like relationship the other day, and they had like literally broken up right before that class. I was like, oh, guys, you gotta keep me updated. Like I don't know. So I literally was about to be like, McKenna, I don't. But then I was like, no.
I think
Knowing my love, maybe I'll bring
flowers.
Yeah. Everybody bring McKenna a flower. Because Colin's not gonna do it.
I already bought her flowers.
Light pink can be grace, gentleness, joy. A lot of times, like baby girls associated with light pink, stuff like that. Or congratulations just on baby in general. For the mom, light pink could be good.
Oh boy.
Other colors, white again could be a symbolic of grief or mourning. So it's kind of like really happy or really sad, one of the two. Purple is associated with like a hopeless love, so like you're pining for somebody, right? Like a hopeless romantic. But dark purple a lot of the times is really regal, right? Because we associate dark purple with what traditionally? With what?
Mount Gilead. I don't know.
Somebody saying
Royalty.
royalty, right? A lot of times royalty is associated with a dark purple. That's why like Grand Champion banners are dark purple. A lot of like stuff in England that has to do with the royal family is dark purple. Violet is forgiveness, and lavender is true love. What color is this? This is not a color.
Is it even a color?
Oh, oh. Hang on, that was a bit. Orange again could be happiness or cheerfulness. Daisy is not a color. I never see that up there. You're like, what color is daisy? So daisies as a like, so not like the color of daisies, but daisies in and of themselves kind of symbolize like an innocence, or just like a simple love. That's why there's like daisy Girl Scouts. So they're like the little ones, like little innocents. So a lot of times they're, I don't want to say kind of childish flowers, because like if that's your favorite flower, like love them too. No offense, but a lot of the times they are ones that like that's what the little girls are doodling, right? And it's usually one that little kids kind of like too. So there's that. Do you guys have questions about floral design?
No.
Okay. So hopefully, like I said, if you didn't watch that video from Friday, go back and watch it, because that has a lot of the design elements that we're going to be talking about while we're out making the flowers. So that one is knowing the types of arrangements and knowing what the colors do, but then knowing those design elements is going to be kind of what you guys are going to be utilizing these next few days being out in the shop making different things. Okay, so that is an important one to go watch, and make sure that you know that stuff. Cool. So Wednesday and Thursday for sure this week, you guys are going to be doing carnation sale stuff. Friday, we might dye flowers.
Making sure we're not missing too much.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have. And then